Hello, listener, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Keeping Up Appearances podcast, full of opinion, debate, and football trivia with a hint of nostalgia. I'm Callum Murray, and here with me is
Sean O'Hara,
Bob Gall, and Michael Tosh.
They say not to judge a book by its cover, but we might judge a player by their appearance. Let's get into it.
How's the quiz going to work, Sean? Is it like, have you decided how to make it not unruly?
What do you mean unruly?
Like all shouting out and stuff like that? Is it going to be...
Yeah, so you need to write answers down.
Piece of paper.
Well,
Yeah, I haven't got the slush puppy book. I'm at my mum's here, so...
Did we move this late because of Phil and he's late anyway?
Yeah, I'm going to text him in a minute and see where he is.
Yeah, and it's just normal rounds. Well, when I say normal rounds, I've tried to do like outside the box almost for some of them.
Yeah, fair play.
And then, yeah, we're going to end with a little keeping up appearances.
Ooh.
Nice.
Are you going to wait till the edit's done before you tell me the game this time, or for this keeping up appearances? Or
I'm sorry, Tosh, you've got to be more proactive.
That's true in my life. To be fair, I can't blame you.
That's what your boss said as well.
Yeah, that's not the first time I've heard them words.
Where is my pad?
But you even use like the chat function if you needed to as well. If you want to answer sent, and you're going to avoid it. I suppose. I don't know what the quiz is.
No, I don't think we'll need it.
I'm going to be sending stuff anyway, so.
Yeah, that's fine.
Are we marking our own answers? Because if so, I don't trust Callum.
You are, but you're going to tell me first, if you know what I mean, before I reveal answers.
Okay, fair enough.
Here we go.
Hey. Bob, where am I on your screen?
Top right.
Yeah, top right.
Oh, friends, sorry about that. They didn't. I sat down at 1 o'clock for dinner, and they served our food at 20 to 2. So it's not my fault. No, 20 to 3. And I've sat there for an hour and a half.
I can assure you don't take an hour to eat.
He's rattled here. I've got a chance now.
Yeah, it's gone. Bob, have you changed the names here?
Just yours.
No.
I need to change mine, so I won't ever.
Do you think Bob would change Callum's to Simon Clifford?
Right, are we ready?
I've not got a pad. I've got one sheet of paper.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm leaning on a very good DVD, which is Ricky Tomlinson's Football My Arse.
That's your mascot.
You can't swear.
I didn't swear. That's not a swear word.
You can't say crap.
Phil, because we'll talk about mascots when I introduce it. Can you talk about the fact, haven't you met some of the main cast of Mike Bassett?
I've met Ricky Tomlinson and Dave Dodds.
Who's the car salesman? What's his name?
Lonnie Urquhart.
Yeah, you need to meet him.
Couldn't hit the side of a Renault Espace.
We'll get him on the pod. Right, are you ready? Welcome, everyone, to our Keeping Up Appearances 2024 New Year quiz. Now, we don't know how this is going to go because it's the first time I've ever done it, but I'm sure it'll be some good listening anyway. Now, I've designed a quiz, not your traditional quiz necessarily with boring questions, boring answers. It's might be a lot of guesswork, some fun rounds, hopefully. And yeah, again, we'll see how we get on and see who comes out on top. So, before we go anywhere, let's introduce our contestants today. I'm Sean, I'm your host. First up, we've got Bob. Now, in fact, let me go back on that. I've asked each contestant to bring a mascot with them. That will give them a little bit of luck, similar to how they do on 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown. So, Bob, tell us what your mascot is today.
I've got 3. I haven't decided what one I want yet.
Whenever you're ready.
I'll go for Elton because he's vaguely football related.
Okay, so we've got what's he wearing there, Bob?
What
era of Elton's this, when he was good?
Yeah,
Yeah.
when
So
he could still sing.
Elton John when he was good, probably when he was chairman of Watford, maybe around those times.
Is it like
Yeah.
a bobblehead sort of thing? Is it? What I can't actually see what it is. What is it?
It's one of those.
That's good
No
for the
idea.
audio.
Yeah. I'll send you the link. Get some
Was it dead
endorsement.
cheap?
To all 22 of the listeners as well.
Yeah.
Go on then, Tosh. Who's your mascot today?
Well, I'm not in my house, so I had to come something else. So reappearing for making his second appearance, I've got Maradona. So again,
Podcast legend.
podcast legend, second appearance. Yeah, part of the Aldi sort of thing for last year's World Cup. They had a promotion, so I love Maradona, and I've got a Maradona. So yeah, bring me some luck, I suspect.
Right, Callum, who's your mascot?
I forgot to get my mascot, so my mascot is an Everton mug.
You
Football
down to a
themed.
T. You down to a T. That Cal.
For all you
tea.
mugs. Oh, yeah. Like you, Phil. Thanks.
And Phil, what about you? Oh, sorry, everyone. We've got a returning guest from last episode. I'd like to say it was due to popular demand, but it's actually because no one else was available. Phil, what's your mascot this week?
I've actually just stayed on the Zoom call until you started again. My mascot, I've just found this actually by the side of your bed. This is a Istanbul 2005 Fez from when we won the European Cup. Don't ask me why it's on my bedside table, but it is.
Bit disappointing that.
Why is it on your bedside table?
Because my mum's moved house and she sent a load of stuff to our house.
Fair enough.
Tina likes it.
Hate everything down from the big box of Liverpool programmes from 20 years ago to a box of 50 footy shirts that no longer fit me. But one day might.
Yeah. When you're old and ill.
Yeah.
Right. So let's start our quiz then. So round one is called Start the Count. Now this round isn't one that needs to be answered straight away. You can have a little ponder on this. So I'll give you maybe until after round 5. So I'll give you plenty of time to come back to this. And here is how it's going to work. So I'm going to give you a random number, like we always do, between 50 and 450. But you've got to make the number using 3 things. Number 1, a player's appearances for a specific club. I'm not going to tell you the club. You can use it. You can think of whatever club you want. So number 1 is a player's appearances for a club. Number 2 is a different player, their number of appearances for an international team. So a number of caps for a player. And the third one is a player's goals for a certain team. So you're going to have 3 different players.
Is that for club or international team, the goals?
Club.
Okay.
You've got 3. So you've got 3 different players. You're going to add them all together to make this number. That makes sense?
Can we not use multiplication?
Well, it's just because you've got 2 maths teachers on, you can show off. Right, here is your number then. It's 298. Anyone needs proof? 298. So again, you don't need to give me that straight away because obviously that's stupid. So you can just ponder away at that, come up with some in between rounds, and then at a certain point in the quiz, I'll come back to it. Yeah.
How are you actually awarding marks for that though?
Closest wins.
Yeah. So
Is it closest wins? Yeah.
Normal keeping up appearances rules, closest wins.
And it's going to be like 4-3-2-1-0 still, yeah.
Well, 4-3-2-1. Yeah. I'm not in the quiz, am I?
Good point. Does the player have had a cap? Could you do someone with 0 if you thought you had 298 would do the 2 things?
No, well, let's say they've got to have had a cap.
Okay.
But then you'd just be 299, so you'd be all right still.
Saying you think you had 298, so to go north on it, internationals is very bold, by the way.
No, I was thinking it's surely easier to do 2 things, isn't it? Like, rather than adding a third variable into it, and then you just say, like, Tony Abbott with 0. I'm saying surely that's an easier thing is having just 2 things to think about. or even if you did Tony Abbott for goals
The
and
no
caps,
goals.
and you just have to get someone with 298. So just checking that you need to have at least a goal.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good point though, Tosh. But yeah, we'll stick to it. You've got to have at least a value to add to the total.
Can you do own goals and have that subtract the number, or
Do you know what, Bob? Maybe on next year's quiz.
just checking? Like Carragher scored quite a few own goals, didn't he? So you could have someone who's made like 300 odd appearances, then own goals for Carragher.
Yeah, maybe next year, Bob.
Amateur.
Yeah, sorry, I don't want to push it too hard this week. So am I all right to move on to the next round?
No. Another question.
Right. So round number 2 is called Name the Year. Now that pretty much does what it says on the tin. I'm going to give you
2023.
Well done, lads.
Not when it goes out.
Lucky Bob.
2024.
So I'm going to give you something that happened in the Premier League over the last 20 years. You've got to tell me what year it happened.
Is the prizes for coming in earlier, or is it just one guess? Is it like just going to be one event type thing?
So one event and one answer, and then one event, another answer. So it's 5 different events, 5 different years. So the first one is in a game between West Ham and Swansea. Big Sam Allardyce
Nice.
laughing in the face of Chico Flores.
Oh,
What year did that happen?
Are we season or year?
Year.
Whoa.
It's like Premier League. If you remember it from Premier League years, you might not remember whether it was February or November, might you?
Well, tough. Next up was the famous fight between 2 Newcastle teammates, Lee Bowyer and Kieran Dyer.
Ooh.
Newcastle against Aston Villa, if I remember right. What year was that?
Oh,
The silence is great, by the way. Are we ready for number 3?
yeah.
Okay, number 3 was arguably the most famous Premier League goal celebration in recent history. Adebayor against Arsenal for Man City. What year did that take place?
Is that the best celebration?
Yeah, got to be.
I'm a huge fan of it.
Yeah,
That's the dream of anyone, isn't it, to score and do that? Like,
Yeah.
imagine like scoring and running the other end, scoring at the Annie Road and then running up to the other end to the Cop and doing that. That's stuff of dreams, that.
He managed to rip chairs out to throw at him, which was really impressive.
Just that group of Arsenal fans who could have easily got onto the pitch if they wanted to, pretending that they didn't want to. It's just great.
You get a ban for that.
Yeah, and he must have, because in the same game, he like stamped on Van Persie's head as well. He did something, so he did get a ban. I think it was for the 2 of them. That must be surely like now where you can get a booking for just like, over celebrating something. How many bookings is that worth? I reckon I know that, but either 1 or 2 years, but I can't pick which one.
Gonna move on.
Yeah.
Right, number 4. Not quite as iconic, but arguably as funny, was Ashley Young playing against Swansea when a little stray bird poo landed in his mouth. What year did that happen?
Oh, that's a hard one, that. He was there for ages, Ashley Young.
I think that was the first game of the season because I think I was away for it.
Oh, and Van Persie scored 2.
And I think they played Swansea twice in short succession, first game of the season. Can I ask a question, Sean?
Yeah.
You might not tell me the answer to this. Are the answers all different years?
Yes.
Because I'm going to change the answer then.
But some of them are close, that's all I can tell you.
Yeah.
Good questions, these.
Cheers. Mine or his?
Both.
Right, last one then of this round. When David Bentley moved from Arsenal to Blackburn permanently on his official debut since moving permanently. He scored a hat-trick against Man United. What year was that?
Again, I've got that the same year as something else. Can I, not to spoil which year I've got it close to being, can I have question 2 again?
Yeah, it was Lee Bowyer versus Kieran Dyer.
Should have gone Jefferson Festival.
That was out of his 20-year limit.
Of course.
I remember that game. That was a night game. Everton had played their own that night. They beat them. I think Ferdinand might have got sent off for United.
Oh, their clue. That's clue.
That still doesn't help me. And I still haven't even thought about question 1 as well.
Question 1's a slow burner, Tosh, don't worry. Yeah, so I'll ask you again, and I'd like you all individually to tell me what year you think. I've got a feeling you're all going to be in the right ballpark, but again, these are quite close. They were designed to be a little bit tricky. So our first one was Sam Allardyce laughing in the face of Chico Flores when West Ham played Swansea.
West Ham?
I don't think no one got onto that. Anyone got any idea when it was?
2013.
I think that's right ballpark. I was between 13 and 14. I went 14. The only thing I couldn't remember when Allardyce left West Ham. What did you go, Phil?
I plumped for 14. I think it was the latter part of 13, 14. So yeah, that's right.
I'd written 13, 14 as the season when Sean, before we knew it was seasons, but what? Callum?
I went 13. I went 2013 as well.
So we've got 2 for 14.
It was just a pure guess.
13. The answer is 2013.
Gutted.
Yeah, like I've been robbed here with the season issue, but
next up was Lee Bowyer and Kieran Dyer having a bit of a scrap. In what year, Phil?
I think it was early. Well, I think if I've got it wrong, I've gone too early. I think 2005.
Cal?
I said 03. I thought it was early part of the 2000s.
Tosh?
Yeah, I did have 05, but then I thought one of the later ones was 05, so I've actually changed. I've gone later 06. I don't know. I just seem to remember. I think Callum might be too early. I know about people there. I think it's around Phil 5, 6, but
Soonest manager.
I said 2006.
Okay, the correct answer is 2005.
I know I've got question 5 wrong then. Changed the wrong one by the sounds of it.
Next up, Adebayor doing the 100 metres and then a knee slide in front of the Arsenal fans. What year? Anyone?
I'd be willing to put a lot of money that's between 2009 or 2010. So I just guessed for one of them. I couldn't remember. It was early on. It was in the first part of the season. So I went with the earlier one, so 2009.
Yeah, I've gone 09 as well.
I've said 2010.
I went 10 as well.
It is 2009.
Yes,
yes.
On the board.
Flying.
Number 4 was Ashley Young eating a bit of bird poo.
I think I'm well off here. I put 2013, but I think it's too early.
2015.
I think it's 14 or 15. I remember because I think it was first game. They beat 2013. They beat Swansea away under Moyes, and I don't think it was that game. I think it was either year. I reckon it'd be between 14 or 15 would be my thing. I think Van Gaal was the manager. In that, even the kit I think was different. But I've said all that and could be completely wrong. But I think it's between 2014 and 15. But I went 2015, even though I've written 2014. But that's what I've said to Sean, so I'll stick with that.
I was a bit late. I said 2017.
The answer is 2014.
I've actually written that on my page and written 2015.
Sorry. Go on, last one then. He has as well.
Well, you could date only what you submit. I could have just written that now. I'll accept the.
And finally, then David Bentley's hat trick against United for Blackburn.
2007. I said.
Oh no, I think he was at Tottenham by then. I've gone well earlier, 2004.
Yeah, I was thinking around that time. I think it's like the United kit where they had them one like with them and Arsenal, like the same weird night tick one. So I can sort of vision that. So I did go 5, but obviously that's already been an answer. So I think that's not right. But I did at 2005 for that.
I think I was late. I went 08. Just a pure guess.
I think he was at Tottenham.
It's 2006.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've actually written that on my page. I'm written 2015.
Sorry. Go on, last one then. He has as well.
Well, you could. It's only what you submit. I could have just written that now. I'll accept the.
And finally, then David Bentley's hat trick against United for Blackburn.
2007. I said.
Oh no, I think he was at Tottenham by then. I've gone well earlier, 2004.
Yeah, I was thinking around that time. I think it's like the United kit where they had them one like with them and Arsenal, like the same weird night tick one. So I can sort of vision that. So I did go 5, but obviously that's already been an answer. So I think that's not right. But I did at 2005 for that.
I think I was late. I went 08. Just a pure guess.
I think he was at Tottenham.
It's 2006.
Oh.
Right. What points are we on then, so I can keep a track?
2 out of 5.
Tosh?
1.
Bob?
1.
Callum?
1.
Storming into the lead.
Right, moving on then to round number 3, which is called I'm All Alone. Now this has
Johnny, 16 to 20.
That's generous, 20. In this round, there's 3 questions. I'm going to give you 2 players. You need to tell me which team they've both had a loan spell with.
Ooh. How are you spelling alone then, Sean?
A-L-O-A-N.
Love it. That's great. That.
Right. Question number 1 then of round number 3. 2 players, both played for Arsenal, Ashley Cole and Matthew Upson. Both had a loan spell at which current Premier League team?
I guess that I don't know that.
No, that's a complete blind guess.
Yeah, I didn't know when I planned it either. Number 2. Again, 2 teammates, 2 Man United midfielders, Michael Carrick and Nicky Butt. Which current championship team did they both have a loan spell with? However, they have played in the Premier League, this team.
I think I know this one. I was watching Jermaine Defoe's Premier League stories the other day and he talked about him going out on loan just after Michael Carrick had. So it's just whether he had another loan spell, I suppose.
So Michael Carrick was early in his career and Nicky Butt was late in his career.
I don't actually remember Butt going there, to be fair, but I do remember he said he went on loan this.
And our last one for this round. This one, they both went on loan to a European, I wouldn't say giants, but a Champions League team. It was 2 former Liverpool players, Brad Friedel and Harry Kewell. Which European Champions League team did they both go to? Again, Friedel was early in his career, mid-90s. Harry Kewell was right towards the end of his career.
I've got a feel on a team, but I wouldn't say they were a Champions League team. Like, how often are they in the Champions League every year?
Generally, they were in this year's one.
They were in this year's one.
Yeah. Still might be, actually. I don't actually know. Right. Let's get the answers in then. So, number 1 was Ashley Cole and Matthew Upson. Have both had a loan who was a 2. They were both on loan from Arsenal at different times, I think, to Crystal Palace.
Should have got that.
I was trying to think. London, so nearly went Brentford. They ended up going Brighton in the end, but
I went Brighton as well.
yeah, I couldn't even. I can't remember. Didn't know if I thought I'd have known if Ashley Cole had been away, but
They wouldn't send them up north. No.
It was very early on. I think it was 99, 2000. He was there.
I went Luton along the lines of staying in and around London.
yeah.
Honest.
Did you get that, Bob?
No, I said Bournemouth.
Sorry, I didn't let you give your answers. I'll do that next time.
Oh, you didn't. Sorry.
Right, Michael Carrick, Nicky Butt. Where do you think they went?
Birmingham.
I also said Birmingham.
Last minute guess of Birmingham. Lovely stuff.
I mentioned it because when I was watching that thing, like a few of them had all been away. Defoe went to Bournemouth, and someone else saying Carrick had been at Birmingham, which made him happy to go. But I couldn't remember Butt being there. But yeah,
I said Ipswich because I feel I could vaguely see one of them in a blue top. I've went the wrong way.
Yeah,
Ipswich was a guess. Is it Birmingham?
It is Birmingham. Yep. I think Nicky Butt went on loan from Newcastle.
I can't even remember that. I don't actually. I wouldn't have got that if it wasn't for watching that thing the other day.
I can see him in a blue shirt, like.
And finally, then we've got Brad Friedel, Harry Kewell. I had a feeling Phil might get this one just because of Harry Kewell. Anyone got any ideas where he went or where they both went?
Galatasaray.
I also said Galatasaray. I just remember Kewell going there, but again, I wouldn't have thought that was loan because he was like late on. It was after Liverpool, so I just went Galatasaray. And then when you were saying clues, the fact you'd remembered they were in the Champions League and they were in United's group made me think that more confident to go with that. But I also
I've had a nightmare. It wasn't a loan.
So
who was it?
Wrong.
It was Galatasaray.
Oh, we're still having it.
Scrap them points.
Scrap.
No chance. No chance.
Check the VAR there. It's not a loan.
You know what? I went on a website. And it was like Galatasaray loan players, and it was like
I think it was sure.
And Kewell was in there, but it wasn't. He was there 3 years.
I'd be scrapping that point, Sean. There's no point doing that.
No, you can't be taking people who aren't regulars.
No, I'm going to give a point for that. Well done, Bob and Tosh. Well done.
All right,
he went there because he caused a lot of uproar, didn't he? Because obviously Leeds had that instant where a fan was killed, so that was why that stick in my mind. I didn't know idea Friedel had been there.
That's why I didn't put him down as loan there because Leeds wouldn't have loaned him to Galatasaray. But
it was Liverpool. He went for Liverpool.
No, but he didn't get loaned there, did he?
He sort of did, if you think about it.
He got loaned there for 3 years on a permanent contract.
Absolute joke.
Sorry, everyone. I can only apologise, but I also don't care, so unlucky.
Can I also have a bonus point for suspecting it wasn't a loan, but still putting it down?
No, absolutely not.
Can I also at this point ask I didn't write down how many appearances to think, what was the round one?
298.
298, thank you.
Bob, will you hold up your corrupt sign? Because I need it now.
I had the one ready.
I think Emma's binned it.
I've still got 4, but I actually had the picture I made with the keeping up appearances corrupt ready, but...
Get that.
You're laughing now, aren't you? So all them arguments are gone, Tosh. This is like when... This is
you
like
can't
when...
actually see the corrupt bit, so it just looks like a picture of promoting the podcast, which I've made a point of not doing so far.
What a successful round that was.
I enjoyed
it. The concept's good.
It was a good one.
I'm just going to ignore the questions and just make up my own answers and hope for the best.
Well, I'll just remove you from the quiz, Phil. Don't worry about it. Although I actually need you for this round, so please stay. Right, round number 4. In fact, sorry, let's get our scores up to now. How did you get on out of there? So let's go with Phil first.
I've got 3 out of 7 questions so far.
Okay. Tosh?
I've got 3 out of 8.
3 out of 8.
I've got a higher percentage then.
No. 1 still.
1.
Right, now, our next round 4. I may or may not have stolen this round off a very popular BBC quiz called House of Games, but I've given it a name, so technically it's my quiz. It's my round. So this round's called Average Joes. Now, for this round, I need you to team up.
Joe Maxmore.
I need you to team up. So let's see who I can.
In a House of Games, he usually asks the person who's bottom to pick, doesn't he?
I don't. Yeah, this is my round. Remember though, Tosh.
Oh yeah,
So
it's not to do with House of Games, is it?
I'm going to say whoever's top gets the pick.
Why
Oh,
why don't you go through whoever's birthday it is?
He is also bottom. Go on, Cal.
Or whose birthday it was 2 days ago?
Callum, who'd you like to team up with?
Rude.
I'll go, since I'm at the top with Tosh on my screen, I'll go with Tosh.
Sound. Right.
I don't want to go with Phil.
Callum and Tosh and Phil and Bob. Now, here's how this round works. All of these answers will have a numerical answer, so a number. Once you've submitted your answers, I'll add yours and your teammates' answer together and divide it by 2, getting your average. Whoever's average is closest to the real answer is the winner. And both members of the team get the point. That makes sense?
Yep.
Right, so question number 1 of round 4 is, I've got 2 cousins, Frank Lampard, Jamie Redknapp. Combined, how many Premier League goals did they both score?
Premier League goals.
Premier League only.
Ooh.
Are we conferring or are we just...
No, you write your own down. And then
To you?
I add, yeah. So you write them down, submit them at the end like you normally do. And I'll add them together and get the average. Right, next up, we are sticking with the same family, so staying with the Redknapps. I want to know how many games Harry Redknapp managed for Tottenham, Southampton, and Portsmouth combined.
All competitions.
All comps, yeah.
God.
And we're just counting those teams, not like other teams that you're just going to throw in at the end.
How many did he manage for Galatasaray?
Did Redknapp manage any of them on loan or?
Last time I do this.
So what club? Sorry, Tottenham, Southampton, and Portsmouth.
Yeah. The beauty of this is, even if you're way off, your partner might bring you back down.
Oh, it's tricky, that.
Right, number 3. I would like to know. Now, this one's a tricky one. You're going to have big numbers here. The 3 Premier League Midlands teams. So Wolves, Villa, and Forest. What is their combined stadium capacity?
Wolves, Villa, and Forest.
Yep. The 3 Midlands teams in the Premier League.
My God. We've got to add that up ourselves as well.
Yeah, but you're not going to be doing it to the
No, I do. I know them exactly. I know Forest had a couple taken out, so mine's 998 now at the end.
Wolves is a mad ground because they've added like little bits on and everything.
Well, I don't know if my answers from before they added a little bits on, so mine's whatever Google said.
God.
Right, number 4. I would like to know now, please, how many fixtures, so total fixtures ever, between Sheffield Wednesday and Sheffield United?
All divisions.
Mad question.
Why is it mad?
That's just a random question. I suppose
In
all
all
questions are quite
divisions.
random. But...
Sorry, Phil.
In all divisions.
Yep, ever.
Can you put in the clip of the fella saying, "Come on, Wednesday"? Absolutely love that.
This will be getting uploaded on Tuesday, so yeah.
No, wait until Wednesday.
Yeah,
Okay.
you should do. Bob is right.
And number 5. Now, this one's a bit mad, but it's also my favourite one. I want you to add up all of David Beckham's shirt numbers whilst at United.
Oh.
So for however long he was there, whatever shirt number he had each season, add them all together.
I can't remember what his first one was.
He was there a good 15 years or so, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he'd have had the same one for 8 of them years, probably, wouldn't he?
Well, he maybe, yeah, but...
Sorry, so each season counts as a new shirt number? Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So not just the...
What?
Say he was number 3.
Well, we know he was number 7 for ages, wasn't he? So we'll just rule that one out.
I didn't want to give you the answers because Phil would have shouted at me, so...
So wait, so he was number 7 for 2 seasons, that's 14.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This round is meant to be a bit random. Don't worry about it.
I'm going to get this bang on, I reckon.
I can't even remember what number he was before the other number that we mentioned.
I can.
I've got a number in my head, but I might have it the wrong way around.
I can't. I'll be able to work. I remember what season he left because he scored at Goodison in his last ever game.
I'm a stab in the dark with that one.
You better be getting it right, Callum. This is your time to be cheating.
Right, I've had all the answers, so yeah, you can have a little think about question 1 while I work them out.
What are you up to,
Right.
Sean? Well
Got
done.
them all. Yeah.
Are we still going to explain our thinking for this one, or just
Uh,
no? It's up to
probably take ages, won't it?
Yeah.
Right, let's get those answers in then. So, question 1 was the number of Premier League goals for Frank Lampard and Jamie Redknapp. This one was actually really close. Phil and Bob, your average was 202.
Bob, miles off.
And Tosh and Callum, yours was 210.
I think it's higher.
I think lower.
Sorry, I'm going to have to give a bonus point here because someone's spot on. And it's Tosh and Callum. 210 goals between them.
Take that.
Went too high.
Are we spot on together so we get an extra point? Or
Yeah. 210. Well done.
do you go? I take it Callum went 220 then.
Yeah.
I did.
So do we get 2 points for that?
Yeah.
So if we get them all spot on throughout, is that like, do we get 2 for everything? Yeah.
We just win.
I'm just writing down 10 now.
Right, next up,
Fair play, Cal.
we said the total number of games managed by Harry Redknapp for Tottenham, Southampton, and Portsmouth. One team have 479, and the other team have gone very high and gone 650. The correct answer is 490, which means the winning team is Phil and Bob with 479.
What did you go, Callum?
I was dead high.
I went 400, you divvy.
Sorry.
What did you put?
1,000 games.
900 I went for.
He was at Tottenham for about 2 years. He was at Southampton for 1.
He was on loan at Southampton, wasn't he?
900 games.
And he says he doesn't cheat in keeping up appearances.
That's like 20 seasons.
But you gutted your pick Tosh now, aren't you, Cal?
Yeah, I know, yeah.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we've averaged out our score. It's fine. It doesn't matter, does it?
Right.
You put us on 2 questions. We're all right, Tosh.
900.
Right. Next up then was the combined stadium attendances for the Premier League Midlands teams. Sorry, Tosh, it's not fuming. The correct answer is 104,835.
I was so close.
No way.
Just over. Yeah, sorry, just short of 105,000. Now, one team had an average of 109,862. So pretty much 5,000 off. And the other team had 97,500, which is what? Roughly
8,000.
7 off.
Yeah.
So the winning team with 109,862 is Phil and Bob.
Unbelievable.
But Callum put 105,000. So
Yeah, let me down there.
he was only 65 off.
But he doesn't get
He
anything
wasn't
for it.
165 off.
He doesn't get anything for it, though. It's just
No.
No, because Tosh let me down on that one. But
I wasn't miles out though.
I will have a go at him. It's all right. What did you actually guess, Tosh?
You were closer with the Redknapp's appearances. The attendance there. That's the problem we've got. I guess 90,000. What would you have? You got the actual attendances of all three there, Sean?
Yeah. So it's Wolves is 31,700.
That was the problem. I had them 20.
Villa 42,640.
I've got 43,000 for that.
And Forest 30,445.
Yeah, I've been about right with them too. I just had 20,000. Well, sorry, Callum.
All right.
Right. Next up was the one Callum thought was mad for some reason. The number of games between Sheffield Wednesday and Sheffield United. One team got 207. The other 135.
What?
Which is
135 is low, isn't it?
Seems low, but I reckon I don't know.
So the number of games in total is 144. Which means the winning team is Tosh and Callum.
Thanks a lot, Phil.
Low, that, isn't it?
What did you put, Callum? Like 100?
Yeah.
I put 113.
There's over 250 Merseyside.
I thought so, yeah.
So I just assumed that they'd have more because they've been around more years. But obviously different divisions.
Different divisions, yeah.
Oh, well, 300.
Well done, yeah. Callum, fair play. I got 170. We were pretty good distance out there.
We were. I've also realised how stupid the answer of 900 was, by the way. So right.
I thought I'd made that clear.
The pressure got to me.
To be fair, you've done all right here. We nicked this one. It's been a positive round.
Last one then is if we added up all of Beckham's shirt numbers while he was at Man United, the correct answer would be 221.
Sorry, Callum.
Miles off.
Now, one team got an average of 166 and the other an average of 143. So both teams are pretty far off here, but that doesn't matter in this game. It's whoever's the closest. And with 166, it's Callum and Tosh again. Last one then is if we added up all of Beckham's shirt numbers while he was at Man United, the correct answer would be 221.
Sorry, Callum.
Miles off.
Now, one team got an average of 166 and the other an average of 143. So both teams are pretty far off here, but that doesn't matter in this game. It's whoever's the closest. And with 166, it's Callum and Tosh again.
Well done, Cal. What did you
You're
have?
still getting the blame.
What did you get, Bob?
137.
Oh, miles off.
I had 142.
Just to let you know, Bob, Bill put 148.
Still
only
Phil's fault.
11 more than you before he
My
started.
thinking was, what was his squad number? He obviously had all them. I guessed he'd had 6 years of number 7, 42, and where's the? Oh, and then he was 10 before. He was number 10 before that, but I thought he'd only been 2 or 3 seasons. Number 10. He took the 10 out. He took 7 after Cantona left.
I can tell you. So
then I thought he'd have had a few around the 20s, so I just put 80 down. But go on, Sean. Sorry.
Yeah, he had 7 years with number 7. But
I got that completely right. So I should get a bonus point.
He wore 28 3 times.
Oh, I had 23.
I had 24.
He wore 24 once. He wore 15, 14. He wore 10 twice.
I had 10
Is
twice.
this before proper squad numbers?
No.
Can't be having that many shirt numbers.
I didn't realise he'd had that many, yeah.
What a job. Yeah.
What was it? What was the actual answer, Sean? 220, did you say?
221.
190. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take it, Tosh.
Yeah, fair play, Callum. You redeemed yourself.
Right. Can you do me a favour then? Tell me what scores you're on up to now. Oh, I'll tell you what, still close.
Clawed myself back on that one.
So we've got Tosh in the lead on 7 points. Callum, Phil, and Bob all tied on 5.
Ready for a classic Michael Tosh bottle job here. This is what the crowd have been waiting for.
That's it for part 1 of our New Year quiz. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Hopefully you've been playing along at home too. Join us for part 2 at the end of the week. See you then.